Okay, you guys, so you asked why we moved to Johannesburg, and I said God told us that we should move here. And someone asked a question. They said, I've heard people, what is this? Okay. They said, I've heard people saying God spoke to them and told them what to do. I'm genuinely curious how this works. Is it instincts, or you dream it, or a voice? This is such a great question. So, the first thing that I'll say is a lot of us are hearing from God all the time. We just don't realize it. And it can happen in a dream. I've had dreams where God has said things to me and I wake up and I remember everything that he said. It could be an inner voice. So you know how you'll talk to yourself sometimes, like you'll have thoughts in your head, you're talking to yourself. Like it could be an inner voice like that. Now, what I will say is, one of the ways that you know that it is God talking to you, I always say, is one, God confirms what he has said. And so it could be literally like strangers come up and repeat things to me that God said to me, and they had no way of knowing. Even concerning us moving here, 4 different people literally told me the exact same thing concerning us moving here. And they all lived in 4 different states in the US and did not know each other at all. And so God will always confirm what it is that he has said to you, whether it's through different people or things like that. And then also you learn the voice of God the more you read the Bible. So you know the character of God. So you know the types of things that he would say to you. And so that's the difference between, like, there's the written word and then there's like the hearing word, the vocal word that God will speak to you, like the logos and the rhema. And so yeah, those are different ways that you can hear from God. There's literally so many different ways. God is the creator of the universe, so he will use all kinds of ways and things to be able to communicate with you. And even if you're not born again, like, God is still speaking to you because he is on a mission to draw everyone back to himself, because he's our creator. That is what I believe as a Christian. And so he uses that voice. Sometimes you just know, like, and there's times in your life where you can think back and you had no way of knowing something, but you just know, like, this doesn't seem right, or I should go left instead of right, or I should go up instead of down. Like, you just knew, and then you followed that knowing, and everything turned out exactly the way it should. Or maybe you didn't follow that knowing and things turned out absolutely horrible. And it's, again, just a sign that God is continuously speaking to all of us. So yeah, I would say a lot of times it's an inner voice. Sometimes people hear an audible voice. I've never literally heard like the audible voice of God, like you can hear me now. Like, I personally have never heard that, but there are so many different ways that you can hear from God. He will speak to you. We're all different, so he'll speak to us in different ways that communicate most to us. I know people, they'll see signs, billboards, like God will just have you stumble into different places, into different moments and situations that cause you to confirm thoughts that, again, you may have heard in your inner ear, inside your head, like, I just had this thought. That thought, sometimes that business idea, that great adventure, that book idea, that thing saying move to a new place, like, again, a lot of times that's the voice of God. And the more you know God personally, truly spending time praying with God and things like that, the more you'll understand and know when it's his voice talking to you. And again, he will confirm the things that he is saying to you through other people, through situations, through all kinds of things. And so yeah, I hope that really helps. If you have more questions, definitely ask. Here to